name is Robyn and I studied marketing at Teesside University. I think I chose to study the course because I wanted something that was a blend of like creative but then also something a bit strategic as well. So that was sort of like the subject choice, but then to sort of study here as well, there was like the sort of practical side of it. There was lots of like hands-on experience that we did within the course, within the different modules. A couple of the projects that we worked on, I was part of the Greggs Marketing Challenge, so we presented like a pitch about how Greggs could increase their evening market share towards, it was like their executive team. And then we also worked on the Teesside Marketing Clinic, so that was like live projects where businesses from the local area would come to us with different marketing scenarios, different issues that they were facing, and then we would work on a real life project and sort of deliver marketing consultancy projects back to them. The marketing clinic, we would work on like group projects for businesses. So yeah, that was quite a good way of replicating what it would be like in the workplace once we graduate, and yeah, just getting to know people on our cohort. I originally had a place at another university and my original plan was to move away, but it got to about June time and I decided that that isn't actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay at home and study a bit more local, so that's why I chose to study at Teesside Uni. So the reason that I chose to study at Teesside University was because it meant I could stay at home, I could save money. It also meant that I could study a course that was a bit more in line with what I was interested in doing. It also meant that I got sort of practical hands-on experience before I graduated. So yeah, when I looked for jobs, I had that sort of experience under my belt. I think I always knew that I wanted to go to university, and I always sort of envisaged that I would move away, but I think when it came down to it, you can still get that qualification, you can still get sort of good skills before you go out into the workforce without having to move away. You can go somewhere local and have everything on your doorstep really. But I lived in Darlington with my mum, and I would get the bus in on my first year, and then once I'd learned to drive, it was just a straightforward drive into uni. I didn't end up going to any open days or sort of physical face-to-face events, but I did do a lot of research online. So I looked at the courses online, but then I also looked at things like job sites, where there was sort of demand for jobs, what sort of earning potential you would have in certain industries, and I found that there was a big demand for marketing graduates. And then when I sort of looked at that and then the sort of things that I was interested in, like the creative side of things, the hands-on side of things, the strategy side of things, I thought it was quite a good fit. Part of the marketing course, we had a module on event management, so that gave me all of the skills and sort of knowledge I needed to run an event. And sort of after graduating and being in a full-time job, I've also sort of got a little side project where I run a book club that has like over 150 people that come each month. And then in addition to all of that, you've got extra support from Student Futures, so they've helped us in terms of like how we set up a business, what sort of tax we need to pay, that kind of thing, what our USPs are. So yeah, like even the support after you graduate sort of carries on and you're still within that sort of university ecosystem. My piece of advice would be to open your mind to the option of clearing. It's not just for if you've not met the grades, it could be because you've changed your mind, it could be because you've had a change of circumstances, it could be because you've got better grades than you imagined. Yeah, there's just like so much opportunity that you might not tap into because you closed off to the option of it. So the long-term plan is to work in creative strategy. That's an area of marketing that I find really interesting, because it sort of takes that creative thinking side of things but then zooms it out into the bigger picture of how that can drive results and create impact for businesses.